Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at a new-ish tangle from Debbi Minero called Dottyr. I hope I've got that right, Deb. I did not check the pronunciation with you before I decided to do this. And today being Thursday, the time of this recording, it's Tangle Time Day, and Tangle Time is our free classes that I put out um, 2 times a day on Thursday. We do the same tangle, and just play with it differently. And the Tangle Time sessions started off, well, and continue as a way of just focusing in on a tangle or two, playing with it. There's no expectations. It's just really really fun. So if you want to join us, we hope that you will. Information is on my website, and the link for that is in the description section. So, and we world premiered it. So when we have a tangle from our Tangle Addicts community, that's what I like to do. Is we do a world premiere, because essentially that's what it is. And then I put it out on the website. And actually, I have a link on my website for the tangles that have been generated by the members of the community. A lot of fun, just a lot of fun. All right, so this one, I'll decide which way I want to go with this. I'm going to do it on the angle as if it will matter, and because it doesn't. So it starts off with two flux type shapes, or you could think of it as a teardrop, like this, separated just by a little bit. And you want to make sure, I'm like, ooh, did I leave enough room? I don't know. We'll see. We're leaving a little bit of room on either side and top and bottom, because we're going to aura these. All right, then a nice orb. Pick one side, and a nice orb on either side, near the tip there, and then whichever way you decide here, opposite on this one. Okay. From there, this is the point, we're gonna aura this, but we're gonna stop. It's not gonna meet in the middle or anything. We're gonna stop just maybe a little bit past that tip, and coming from about the middle of the orb and all the way around, and like that. And flip side, same thing. All right. Then on these open ends, another flux shape. And you can have fun playing with, the sizes of these. That's what we had a lot of fun with that on our Tangle Time. It was so neat to see what some people did, and it's just so inspiring. All right, then we're gonna aura the insides of these. Like so. Then, yeah, last step is on the side minus the orb. So this side here, I'm just going to do a nice little curve line, and we'll add 3 little flux shapes. Same thing. What's nice about a lot of Deb's tangles is they utilize, of course, the elemental strokes, or components of other tangles, things that are familiar, not difficult, but they're so fun to play with, once you have it to this point. And so once you have it to this point, which is essentially done, then you can have whatever fun that you want to have. I like how on hers, and if you take a look at Deb's step out, which is in the description section, I do a version of my own, which isn't, honestly, it's not much. I rarely need to change things up when Deb does a tangle. Sometimes I'll not change things up, maybe clarify some steps and things like that, or separate some from the creator of the tangle, just because I need to do it. But Deb also shows some neat neat decorations and ways you can use it. She showed this in kind of like a border, and so you'll see that there, and then also decorating. So you can have a lot of fun. You can decorate any of these spaces. This outside the aura section of all of this, the inside section, completely up to you. I think we're going to darken these in just because I really like doing that. This one I have enough room to leave that little sliver like so, and I will do that again right here. So I make an orb, and I always think a little bit bigger than what I should, and then actually I want to smooth that out a little bit, and I'll thicken the one side and then leave a sliver like that, just that little gap. And that too, you can leave it bigger than you think because you can always whittle it down with the pen. Oh, but those both turned out neat. And let's see. Let's do some shading because I love the way she shaded it on hers. And you can kind of pick a side. I'm picking the left side, and I'm whatever is facing up at the top. So I'm putting some graphite on that side. In the bigger one, I'm going to decide what I want to do with the outside, and maybe nothing. Let's spread that out. And I like to just, do it, turn whatever side is up, and I'm always shading on that same side. You can also do this with the pen. So one of Deb's samples on the step out itself, she did this, and then the other one, she similarly, but used the pen and just thickened the one side. You could thicken the one side and do the shading as well. And just look at how neat that looks. So cool. And well, you know what? These are really tiny, but I'm just going to add a little graphite from what's left on the tortillon. Yeah, just to darken just a hair. Now, you can, of course, make those also. You can make those different sizes. And maybe... Ooh, I did. Okay. I'm just barely touching because I don't want to make it too dark. But just barely touching. And I can see it on the camera a little bit. This one, not so much. Just to make them a little bendy. That's neat. Neat. You know what? Here's what I'm thinking. Just because... because it's telling me to do this. If it doesn't turn out, it's not my fault. Just kidding. I was just wanting to add something on the other side, so let's do this side. I was thinking inside, that orange section, but at first I was thinking that, and I did that on one of the samples that I'll show you that from what I did in the class or sessions. Oh, yeah. That looks cool. Oh, and actually, just take that all the way into that corner. Oh, I like it even more. Oh, how fun. What a neat tangle. So, let me back this up a little bit. So, like I said, we had fun with this today. I did just a ginormous one on a what we call a prepped tile. And what we I started calling it that, and it's just kind of stuck. So I used some Lindy's Magicals on this. It kind of has a, ooh, look at right there. You can see it has like a purpley iridescent look right here. And then I was just playing around with them because I'd never played with them before, and they have neat colors. And then I bought some gold, and I just put a swipe of gold. And what's neat is how you can. I've tangled over it. I've shaded over some of this, and you can still see that glimmer. Just really, really neat. So this one, I did the same thing as I did here, picking the one side, but then I decided to highlight the other side with white since I'm using, a tile that has color on it, and you can do it then. So that was neat. And then was playing on black. Oh, look! Oh, it came out. Okay, it looks nice. It looks nicer than it did a minute ago. I kind of toned down. I used a soapstone in the background, and I toned it down by using my finger, and then redefined all of the white lines that I had originally drawn. Because when you use chalk and other things, it gets kind of messy. It still looks a little messy, but this was really fun. And if you're curious about these little guys, make sure to check back tomorrow because that'll be tomorrow's daily tangle. Oh, they're just so cute. And this also by Debbi Minero. So I wanted to kind of pair them because it's such a simple little critter, and tons of fun. And it worked really well with this. So super, super neat tangle. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, would love to have you click the like button. And if you like it enough to see more, hit the subscribe button so that way you'll get notified if you allow it to. If you're like me and don't like your phone and your email blowing up with notifications, click the bell thing so that way you can then set your notifications. And I always like to mention that. Sometimes, and I don't know if YouTube does it, I haven't noticed it as much. There are some that will, like when you subscribe to a new channel, it'll just assume you want to be notified for that one. So I mention that because I'd rather have you be a subscriber than not, and not get any notifications if you don't like to have your stuff blown up. So let's see. I already mentioned the description section, so you'll find links to the step outs and ways to connect with me because I already mentioned the website and classes. If you happen to be on Facebook, would love to have you join us. You can follow my page there. I have a link. And then we have a private Tangle Addicts community page where we share all of this. It's a lot of fun. Super supportive people and a lot of gorgeous art and from all kinds of different skill levels, walks of life, everything. It's just it's a beautiful community. We've collected a lot of really neat people. And we have gathered. That's a better word. And it's just like I can't say enough good things about it. So come check us out. And let's see. I think that is it. If I forgot something, watch tomorrow, and maybe I'll have remembered. No, I think that's it. So thank you so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.